Morning, Fraser. Heading off this morning. Going to the church building where Gary and I are going to be there and prep for the electrician and the mast tomorrow. So we gotta clean up the Shaw stuff that's in there. Just kind of move it a little bit, right? So we'll that's where I'm heading now, and then we'll figure out what the rest of the day holds. All right, bud. In the church, still working on the admin office, which is going to be Cody's office. It's taking out. Phew. Take out this shelf. Gonna take out the shelf that's in there, and move that panel and such like that. I'm doing this because move that panel. But we gotta get that out. And Gary's here now. He's gonna be coming in a minute, so feel free to say hi to Gary.
Two goods.
Fraser's here and on, so.
Oh, hi Fraser. Hey. Oh. Good on you this morning. Oh, we're gonna make some noise again. And Rick is the chief noisemaker.
I do like making noise.
Yeah, we all like making noise. Rick, maybe I'll get you to hold that one end up and hold this out here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You got a tear by there, too.
Okay, and then that. Good, perfect.
Good. Good. For the sake of record and posterity, we are not unplugging anything that is already plugged in. We are not. If it's unplugged or broken or torn or something like that, it's not working, clearly not working. No sign of life. And we're fine.
And we're fine. Okay, this power cord goes to... That's awesome. That's good.
Yeah, that gives them lots of room, right?
Yep.
We'll take that out of there.
Yep.
And then I think we're
set.
set.
Yeah, we're set in here. I'll do the final little thing on the ground there. I can see that.
Sounds good.
That close. I'll take off my glasses to see it. That's true.
Yeah. Much more to do, but there's only so much we can do one thing at a time.
That's right. I think we got this.
All right. So we got the new seat. Well, not new. Is that gray? Oh, it's black, actually. It's gray leather. So we're going to take this seat out again, and then we will see what happens. Taking the base off of this. I'm basically just going to change, well actually I'm going to put it in first and see what works. If it works. If it works, I'll be very, very happy. Wow.
It's not like they don't even use a vacuum. Let's
Let's see if this works this way.
Oh, come on. Fraser, you weren't even, oh,
Is it on?
you weren't even facing the greatness just now.
I see that works, right?
Okay. You might want to work from the back seat.
Nope. I don't want to work from the back seat.
Ow.
Oh, sorry. Why she's always in the way like that?
Oh, she's so close.
I need the light. I need the light. I got no light. My light's helping more than your light is.
Well, tell me where you want it then.
Where I'm working.
Don't
Right there.
shove the thing down on my arm again.
I can't work. I can't work under these conditions.
There's a busted boot here.
So Tim has to figure out what's going on. I think it's the CV axle on the passenger side, but the seat, she's affixed, man. Done. I'm gonna return the other that other switch that I got. Yeah, and this is done. I'm good. And I have, I don't know, spare parts. I don't want the seat, but
No.
all right. So this is the final batch of that salmon. Add about 1.5, not quite 1.5 loads for the little chief there. My smoker out there. But yeah, it's a little, because there wasn't as much. I left it in a little bit long. I left it in for about 3.5 hours. For this little, it's probably a little long. It's not like jerky, but it's not quite as, it's good. It's very good, if I do say so myself. But it's a little drier than what I like. Just a hair, just on the far side of the line. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd eat this all day long right now. Okay. So the idea is to try and cover this up, right, as best we can. And what we're trying to do. Yes, I know that was weird, but I had a method to my madness. So when that dries, I'll come back. I'll finish it up with a little bit of. I'll finish it up. It'll look fine. Hey, Fraser. Yeah, man, it was a bit of a smattering of everything today. Everything from, heading to the church first thing in the morning to meet up with Gary there to get that closet sorted out a little bit on the hopes, mind you, that Hydro was going to be coming tomorrow with the electrician to turn the power off so that we can fix that whole electrical problem that we've got, right? And I've already... And I've already got Shaw and Telus set up. Well, Shaw didn't actually say they were going to be here, but hopefully they are. But nonetheless, Telus is going to be there. So, yeah. Anyway, Gary and I got done what we needed to do. And then I was thinking about lights and stuff like that, so I picked up some lights and I ordered some lights because we need to change the lighting in there as well, right? There's a fluorescent fixture in Cody's office. It's terrible. It's not appropriate. It's not adequate. So I've got the light for that now. Craig wanted a new light for in over the baptism tank, so I picked that up as well. I didn't put any of that in, but I picked it up anyway. So then on the way home, I stopped by Franklin Rains just to see how they were doing. It's pouring down rain. So I could have gone and done it as far as the gate goes, but no. And actually, Frank and Lorraine's son-in-law and their daughter are there. I met him today, Dan, and he was saying, I was going to do it, and then I left it because I didn't want to step on your toes. I'm like, do it, man. Like, not a big deal, right? So he'll probably have that done before I get back to do it, but that's okay. What else did I do? Oh, yeah. Came home. Oh, yeah. No, so then I came home and I worked on Sam's car. I took the base off of the one that we got out of the record the other day and put it on. Well, actually, before I even put it on, I just took the seat out of Sam's Explorer and I just set this one in place, plugged it in. Everything works absolutely perfectly. Forward, back, up, down, sideways, topsy-turvy, the whole 9 yards works great. So I sprayed it with that WD-40 lithium grease, white lithium grease spray. And then I attached it to the seat and put it in. It works great. And then I was looking at it a little bit as far as trying to figure out what's wrong with it, because it's got a weird clunk in it, right? I think it's a passenger side CV axle, but I could be wrong. Tim's looked at it. He says it could be that, or it could be like a bearing in there as well, or a seal in there. So either way, we'll look at it and we'll see what happens, kind of thing, right? So, but that's next step is they've got to insure the car, and then we can get it to the shop to let Tim have a look properly, right? All right, then I had a couple of quick things that I did. I had a chunk of plywood that's melamine covered that I ripped on the table saw really quick, just one quick rip of 45 degrees, so that I could fit it into that corner in the copier room / baptism room, where the baptism tank is. And I also, when I came home the other day from the CE building, my portable stand that folds up for the miter saw wouldn't fold. Didn't have the mental capacity to figure it out at the time. I literally shoved it in the back of my truck, fully extended, took it home, and I looked at that very quickly today, and it was actually a really quick and easy fix. I WD-40'd and cleaned off the area where that hinge thing works, and I saw how the hinge works. Literally, I had to tap. It was pulled over top of a couple of settings, so I just kind of tapped it back into place. Again, cleaned it up a little bit. WD-40 white lithium grease works great again, so no issues that way. So I didn't get that on video either. But after ripping that piece of plywood, I headed back to the church and installed that into that corner there. 90% of that is not going to be seen. 90% not seen, period. Because it's going to be covered by the cabinet that's there, right?
There's only a small section about this big, and only about 3 inches of that is actually going to be the board that I'm putting in. So I'm covering that up in a way that is unusual, it's weird, but it will work. I believe it will work. We'll see if it works. In the tradition of being a little bit hillbilly at the church, what I did is because it was melamine and it would look a little bit different, what I did is I took not silicone, but DAP latex fill, and I used that to cover the whole board and the surrounding area. And then tomorrow I'm going to go back in, maybe not tomorrow, because we'll be doing the electrical stuff. Maybe not. Using some tape and some mud and doing that up that way, so that it looks and it will perfectly fit in with absolutely everything else, right? So yeah, so that was the day, man. Really. And I came home and hung out with Allie and started getting some video ready, and was oh yeah, you saw my little bit of smoked salmon that was done there. That stuff was a little bit dry, just the tail end, tail end of the fish. See what I did there? Just because I left it cook a little longer, smoke a little longer than I should have, right? So I should have taken it out about a half an hour earlier. Oh well, it's still fine. I gave a little bit to Tim to take over to his buddy's place there, and his buddy was like, "Whoa, any chance you'll smoke some salmon for me?" Because he's got this slab of this monster that he needs smoked for his family when his family comes to visit in mid-August. So I was sure he wanted to see how it was done. So I took a break from editing and went out and into the kitchen and kind of showed him how to debone it and how I cut it up for mine, and that was that, right? So, and I thought out a bunch more of my old fish there, and because it wasn't enough just to do one small batch, so I wanted to do a little bit bigger batch, right? So it's more worthwhile. It's going to cook better and properly, right, with the heat. So yeah, and that was the day, man. That was the day. And I don't think I have a Bible in here to save my life, man. Oops. That's okay. I got an electronic Bible. I always got a Bible. I'm never too far from a Bible. So I get a verse a day on this Bible app, and today is Hebrews 11:6. It's the King James version. It says, "But without faith it is impossible to please God. For anyone who comes to him must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him." That was free. My son, Sam, is out there howling while I'm recording in here, so love that. Gonna give him crap in a few minutes. Alright. Psalm 29, a Psalm of David. I'm going to read it in New International Version. I actually like the Strong's better. Give unto the Lord, O you mighty, give unto the Lord glory and strength. Now I'm going to switch over I just didn't like the scribe. The first one's, okay, I'll read it in the NIV. I just don't like it. Ascribe to the Lord, you heavenly beings. Ascribe to the Lord glory and strength. Ascribe to the Lord the glory due his name. Worship the Lord in the splendor of his holiness. The voice of the Lord is over the waters. The God of glory thunders. The Lord thunders over the mighty waters. The voice of the Lord is powerful. The voice of the Lord is majestic. The voice of the Lord breaks the cedars. The Lord breaks in pieces the cedars of Lebanon. He makes Lebanon leap like a calf, Sirion like a young wild ox. The voice of the Lord strikes with flashes of lightning. The voice of the Lord shakes the desert. The Lord shakes the desert of Kadesh. The voice of the Lord twists the oaks and strips the forest bare. And in his temple all will cry, glory. The Lord sits enthroned over the flood. The Lord is enthroned as king forever. The Lord gives his strength. The Lord gives strength to his people. The Lord blesses his people with peace. The Lord blesses his people with peace. Anybody. It's a gift to anybody, man. Anybody who seeks the Lord, anybody who calls in the name of Jesus will be saved. He who believes in the Son believes in the Father. He who denies the Son, Jesus, denies the Father. But it's a free gift to anybody who wants it. Love you, buddy. I miss you. Look forward to seeing you soon. And I will post more tomorrow.